Hi friends, my name's Annie Bear. I'm one of the co-owners of Kindred Spirits Yoga and Wellness. I put together a quick little video of some yoga poses and movements that can help just kind of get the body moving, get us a little bit more aware of our breath. These are difficult times, and sometimes a lot of stagnant energy gets kind of accumulated. You start to feel kind of constricted, and so if you take the opportunity to move and breathe, you can kind of let go of some of that tension. You don't have to have a yoga mat. You don't have to be in any particular place. If you don't have carpet on the floor, you can use a towel. If you don't have any kind of like exercise mat or comfortable floor, we're not going to do anything that's going to require yoga props. So first come to what we call tabletop pose. So in our tabletop, our shoulders are stacked over our wrists and our hips are going to be stacked over our knees. Tops of the feet are going to be flat on the floor. We're going to move through first some cat-cows just to kind of get our midsection moving. As you inhale, drop the belly down, let your gaze come up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, round the back, tucking the chin. Inhale, melt the belly, gaze upwards. Exhale, round the back, press the floor away from you, tucking the chin. So inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Again, just move with the breath, dropping the belly, look up on the inhale. Exhale, round the back, press the floor away. Two more times here. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Once more, either direction. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, curling. And then go ahead and come back to a flat back like in tabletop. From here, we're going to transition to down dog. So step your hands forward a little bit, curl your toes and shift your hips and bend your knees. So we're making kind of an upside down V shape. Hands are spread wide, fingers are spread wide, and we're really pressing down through the pads of our hands to take the pressure off of our wrists. Start to pedal out your feet. So put a big bend in one knee to stretch out the opposite leg, and then switch. We're just kind of pedaling out our feet. We call this walking our dog, creating a little bit of length in the backs of the legs. Go ahead and come back to stillness in your down dog. We're going to start to move through what we call sun salutation A's or sun A's. They're just a way that we can move the body and connect movement with breath. So from down dog, inhale up on both toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, let your hands rest on your legs, either thighs or shins, and flatten the back. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. One full inhale brings us up. And then exhale takes us all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping the feet back. Find yourself in a plank pose, and then lower the knees and lower the chest. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, shift back, down dog. Beautiful. We're going to do that again. Inhale up on both toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front, step or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. One inhale brings us up. And then our exhale takes us back down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping or walking the feet back. Find yourself in your plank. And then drop the knees, lower the torso on the exhale. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, curl the toes and shift back, down dog. Again, inhale up on both toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front, step or walk to the front of your space. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. One inhale takes us all the way up. And when you're ready to exhale, take it back down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping or walking the feet back, finding yourself in plank pose, dropping the knees, lowering the torso on the exhale. One big yummy cobra pose on the inhale. And then exhale, shift back, down dog. Last time, inhale up on both toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front, step or walk to the front of your space. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. One full breath takes us all the way up. Now this time as you exhale, bring your hands down together at heart center. Beautiful. So we just did 4 sun A's. That's a really nice way to kind of warm up and get the body moving and connect the movement with the breath. We're going to take a couple of warrior poses. So from our standing position at the front of our mat, you're going to step back with your right foot. Angle your right foot so that it's sort of pointing at about 2 o'clock. Left hip comes back, right hip is coming forward. You can keep your hands on your hips to kind of help you square towards the front of your mat, bending into that front knee. And then if you're feeling strong and stable, let your hands reach up. This is called Warrior One. So it's really active. Think about your breathing. Make sure you're not holding the breath here. If you can, see if you can bring your breath and really inhale with your lower abdomen as opposed to all upper chest. One more breath here in our Warrior One. With your next breath, start to reach your torso up and step your right foot up to meet the left. Hands come back together. Beautiful. Now we're going to take that on the left side. So grounding down, this time stepping back with the left foot. Angling, right hip comes back, left hip comes forward. Pressing down through that outer edge. And then again, start with your hands together. And if you're feeling comfortable and you want to extend your reach, but take the time to make sure that you're feeling strong and stable in those legs first. Warrior One on this side. It can feel really good to start moving the body, bringing a little energy to it, moving energy through it. Couple more breaths here. Keeping that nice yummy bend in that front knee. On your next breath, hands come together, start to lean forward, step the left foot up to meet the right. Beautiful. We're going to work on Warrior Two before we come down to the floor to stretch. So go ahead and turn towards the side of your space. Step your right toes towards the front of the mat and step your left foot back. So before where we had our hips open to the front, now we're going to have them open to the side of our space. So our right toes and knees are tracking towards the front. Left foot again is turned just a little bit and I'm pressing through that outer edge of my foot. You can keep your hands together if you want to extend them out. This should feel really good. Feel like you can take up all the space on your mat here. Just kind of expand everything outward. Breathing here. Shoulders are lined up over hips, making sure we're not leaning too far forward or reaching back. 2 more breaths. And then you're ready, bring your hands together, and then we're gonna step our legs towards the middle of our mat, and then turn around so we can take Warrior Two on the left side now. So turning around the opposite way, left toe step out forward, right foot angles back, bending into that front knee. Again, remember, toes and knees are tracking towards the front of the room. We're not letting them knock in or bow out. Squaring our shoulders up over our hips when you feel ready. Extend your hands straight out in front and behind. Feel strong and powerful. I love Warrior Two. It feels good to just open up the body and take up some space. Moving and breathing can help relieve tension. Notice your breath. Let it really kind of open up into the abdomen. One more moment. And then when you're ready, start to straighten that front leg and then let your toes and feet come back to the middle of the mat. Turn to face me. We're just going to come down to the floor and take a cobbler's pose for one final stretch. So sitting with our soles of our feet together, knees are out wide. You can have your heels as close to your body or as far away from you as is comfortable. And then, so find the position that feels good for you. Reach for the pinky side edges of your feet. We're going to start by sitting up nice and tall on the inhale. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward at the hips so you're reaching your heart out over in front towards your toes. Here you can use your elbows to kind of press your thighs open a little bit more if that deepens the stretch for you. Or you can lower your lower your forearms in front of your shins. But just breathe here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, slowly start to sit back up. From here, extend your left leg straight out in front of you, and then bring your right leg, bending it so that the right foot is planted on the ground and your knee is kind of curled up close to your chest. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, swing that right hand behind you, kind of hugging that thigh in with your left arm. So just a nice seated twist here. Sitting up tall through the crown of our head and breathing. One more breath. When you're ready to exhale, slowly roll back to center, and then we're going to switch sides. Now our right leg's going to extend straight out in front, and we're going to draw our left knee in, kind of giving it a little hug. Inhale. As you exhale, that left hand's going to swing out behind us, and then come to rest on the floor behind you, hugging that left leg in with that right arm. Breathing here. One more breath. As you exhale, slowly roll back to center. And then go ahead and find a comfortable cross-legged position. Just sit for a moment. You can rest your hands on the tops of your thighs. If it's comfortable for you to do so, go ahead and gently close your eyes. If not, you can just soften your gaze, but kind of turn your focus inward. Noticing your breath. Noticing how your body feels after just a few minutes of movement and stretching and paying attention to body and breath. Couple more moments, just showing a little bit of awareness and gratitude for our breath and our bodies. And then if your eyes are closed, you can gently blink them open. I hope you all are feeling safe and supported physically and emotionally. These are really difficult times that we're all living through. And a simple stretching and yoga practice can go a long way to helping alleviate some of the tension that we're feeling in our bodies with stress. It's a great way to just kind of open things up and get things moving. So feel free to come back to this video anytime you need to. Until we can be together in person, be well and be kind to yourself and to everyone around, because we're all going through tough times, but we're doing it together. Take care. Namaste.